Hello! And I didn't even get to say bye to my roommate. I'm a dingus. So here's the game plan for today. I'm officially moving out with my parents' help because I have no like storage containers with me. I just have like reusable bags, and that I don't think will suffice in carrying everything in this storm back to my home. So when my parents come later this afternoon, they're gonna bring a suitcase that I can use to put all my clothes in. Hopefully it'll fit all my clothes. Definitely not all my jackets, but all my clothes I think will work. And then they're hopefully gonna bring some containers that I can put my like kitchen stuff in. Food. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my food. My roommates will still be here for a little while. One of them is staying until the end of term. Bless her. She's gonna be here all by herself because one of my other roommates is moving back on Friday. Today's Saturday. Crazy times, and my other roommate just left this morning. This is all moving very quickly and I'm not ready for it. But I'm gonna make my bed because I also am filming a dorm tour today. I have decided that I will be filming a dorm tour, so I'm gonna make my bed now and then get changed and put some makeup on so that I look cute for my films. Yeah, I'm gonna put makeup on. I'm gonna tell you a little story, something crazy that happened this morning. I don't really know where to begin. I've already told this story like 3 times to all my friends. I told it to my boyfriend and also my high school friends, and I also want to tell it to my other friends. So basically, as I said, my roommate right next door, who lives on the other side of this wall, has moved out today, and I didn't even get to say bye to her, but I tried to, and this is where this story comes in. I like hear her talking with her friends, and I'm like, oh, I should probably go outside and say goodbye to her. So I do. This is around 8:15, but like nobody is to be found. So I go and check her room. Her backpack is still in there, so I figured I'd just wait for her to come back and get her backpack. But she doesn't even come back and get her backpack. Like, she sends in one of her friends, who I thought was her. So I'm like, hey. And then her friend is like, hello. And I'm like, oh. Hi, you are not the person I was expecting. And then he takes her bag and leaves, and I think that was the end of it. So then I was like, oh, okay, I'll just go back to bed. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not saying goodbye to my roommate. So I'm getting ready for bed, and then I hear some more footsteps, and I hear somebody go into the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, maybe this is one of her friends, like using the bathroom for the last time before they head off to the airport. So I'm like, okay, I'll wait for this person to come out. And I feel like they were in there for quite a while because I was in bed while this was happening, I think. And then like right when they're about to leave the bathroom, I decide to get up and check who it is. So as this person is opening the door, I like peek my head out into the hallway, and then it's not my roommate that comes out, but it's this random ass old man. And I'm like, what? And then he sees me and he's like, oh, sorry, I just wanted to use your bathroom. And I was like, okay, not thinking anything of it because I'm a dingus. But anyway, I was sort of confused by that. And at this point, like, my roommate had already left, her friends had already left. But one thing I forgot to mention is that when I went out, I saw that the door was open, which like makes sense. They were moving a bunch of stuff out, and I didn't think anything of that. But like, I was just so confused after that man left, because as he was leaving, my front door was closing. And like, I was saying this to my other friends, like, it doesn't really make sense for that man to have been anyone that my roommates knew, because if like it was someone they knew, they probably would have left the door open for them to like come out. But they probably didn't even notice this man come in, which is kind of freaky. And he left sort of really quickly and frantically. And I was just like, okay. And like, looking back on it, he was probably just some random guy who saw that our door was open, came into our place, used our bathroom and left. Like, I don't even know who this man is, if he washed his hands after he left, if, you know, he was clean before he came in, if he had the virus. That is very much a possibility. And he was just like in our home, in my home. So I felt sort of spooked by that. Like, I did disinfect everything he could have touched, but that was like 3 hours later. Like, after he left, I was just like, okay, and I went right back to sleep, which was kind of silly of me. Whatever, I can't really do anything about it now. What a weird scenario that I'm truly confused by. I don't even know if I did a good job of explaining this story. Basically, I had a stranger use my washroom and leave. And like, I don't even remember what time he left at, and I didn't even get to say bye to my roommate. So that kind of sucks. And I feel like this man was in my bathroom for a very long time, because there was a point where after my roommate's friend like grabbed her bag, they came back to like make sure the room was locked. So I definitely could have gone out and seen them then, but I didn't. Hi. Sorry that ended so abruptly. I'm just terrible at telling stories, but like, I don't even know what I was trying to say with that. I had many chances to say goodbye, but I just didn't. I went back to bed, and then somehow this man got in to my bathroom. I caught him, and then that was that. So strange. Like, I don't really know how to end this story. So here is me telling you the story is over. Let's continue with the rest of this vlog. Keep watching if you're here. Thank you. I am pretty much done packing. Like, what I have to do is like pretty easy. I just have to put all my clothes in a suitcase. I don't know how well that's gonna work or if it will work at all, but I have reusable bags at the ready, so that should be fine. Ooh, what am I gonna do with my jewelry? I could wear it. I also had a hella weird dream. Like, I ran into this girl from my high school. Well, first of all, I went to one of the rec centers in my city, but it's not even like one that's close to where I live. It's probably one of the farthest ones possible, and I wanted to talk to the head coach because I was like, are you guys hiring coaches right now? Because I would like to be a coach. I don't know why. And the girl was like, yep, I'll send you right to the head coach. And so I started talking to the head coach, and she was like, yeah, like, she was talking about how important gymnastics is, and I was like, yeah, like, that's why I want to coach. And she was like, wow, that's really beautiful. I would love to hire you. And then my friend, whose birthday is today, who is also a coach, was there, but I don't think she saw me. And I was like, I have to go home because I'm going to a family dinner right now, and I'm gonna be late. Okay, what you're about to see is gonna make no sense, but I think it's kind of funny. Well, at least I think it's funny. I don't know if you will think it's funny, but I think it's funny. So I decided to include it because I'm such a dummy. I'm a big dummy, and you'll see exactly why. Sorry, there's a lot of sand in this container. Anyway, why did I do that? I just threw in a bunch of tiny shells. Like, what is my brain? Oh my god, I'm a dingus. Okay, so I was cleaning out this container because I wanted to put like my jewelry in it, but instead of taking out the shells, I took out these random buttons that I was gonna throw out. Like, I don't even know where these came from. And so I was like, okay, I'll just throw them out. And then I'll leave the shells that are from the Philippines in here. And instead, I did the opposite of what I wanted to do. I dumped the shells and took out these random ass buttons. Okay, whatever. I'm a dingus, and that's that. So anyway, I lost where I was in the story. Here's one shell. Anyway, back to my dream. I avoided my friend and carried on through the rec center after. And then I ran into this girl from my high school who I'm not really like that close with. And she was like, oh, hey, how are you? And I'm like, oh, good, how are you? she was like, oh good, and she was like, I want to introduce you to someone. And I was like, okay. So she introduces me to this guy, and I'm like, okay, nice to meet you, but I have to go now. And she was like, no, go on a date with him. And I was like, are you kidding me? I have a boyfriend. And she was like, no, it's okay. And I was like, what the heck? But so I went on the date anyways, and I was like, yeah, but I have to go now. Like, I'm already late for my family dinner. And so I'm like waiting for the bus, and I was like, wait a minute, let me just call an Uber. And so I call an Uber. I forget where like I set the pickup location to be. Apparently 2 hours had went by since I called the Uber, and I was still just hanging out with this person. And then the driver was like, hello, where are you? We've been waiting here for like 2 hours. Can you come here? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm coming. I don't really know this area very well. Like, in my mind, I thought they had only been waiting for like 5 minutes, and I was like, shoot, I gotta hurry. They've been waiting for 5 minutes when they've actually been waiting for like 2 hours. And I was like, holy crap, I really gotta go. And so this guy who I was on the date with, he was like, okay, I'll come with you to the Uber. And I was like, okay. And I had a really hard time finding the Uber. And then I see it. It's this like pink vehicle. I don't know what kind of car it was, but it was all pink. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. And like the people in the car were really pissed. There were multiple people for some reason. I think the mom was the driver and the daughter was like in the passenger seat, and I was seated in the back. And so they're driving me home, and they have this really epic like touchscreen dashboard that's like huge. It's probably like this big of a screen that goes like this, and they have all like the controls, and they have a map that's like telling them where to go. And then I woke up and that was just a random ass dream that I had this morning before, or no, that was after the weird man came out of my bathroom. Wild. Was I moving out today? Yeah. How did I get so sidetracked? What the heck? I'm such a weirdo. I'm just gonna organize a few things so that they're ready for the dorm tour. Mark is hopefully gonna be here so that as soon as I'm done the dorm tour, I can start packing. So good to be back. I'm just gonna be unpacking for the rest of today, even though I really like should be studying for my midterm on Wednesday, but it shouldn't take me that long. I also started like a room makeover video about a whole year ago, and I'm not so sure if I'll even get down to editing it, but given the current situation, I think I'll be able to start editing some videos. I also have my Philippines vlog that I have to edit. Like, that's a whole 3 weeks of footage that I have to go through, and my San Francisco vlog, many vlogs. I filmed my room tour today with Marky Poo, and yeah, I have this vlog to edit. Probably a lot more that I can't think of right now, but yeah, I'm just gonna be unpacking right now, starting with my shoes because I think that's pretty easy because I have this little shelf right here for all my shoes.